Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. We have two-in-one news to render, and this is quite it's going to be a brainstorming one that requires us to be very objective and a very tactical one. And this is coming from Southeast, from the governors themselves. One is coming from a prominent person who insists that the Igbos are not marginalized at all, and when they secede, they may be the one to lose out. His analysis, we are going to find out in a moment what he said. I will look at it in the light of the day, times and recent times, and the economy and how the world is going economically. And then, of course, we look at what the governors of Southeast are saying about Biafra. In fact, quite a number is beginning to join their voices saying that they are not a Biafran state. I wonder where they get all this info from. Some may beg to differ. So let's go into the newspaper so that we don't, let the cat totally out of the bag. But before we do so, we like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it. You see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. It started with Governor Yeso Wike. Now, agitations for the sovereign state of Biafra, led by the indigenous people of Biafra, has been rift in recent years. Nevertheless, the southeastern governors have as well never hesitated to show off their opposition to the agitation of the group in their state. However, only a few governors among the 5 southeastern governors in the region were able to openly declare that their state as a non-Biafran state, hence giving a more clarity on the stance of their state in the so-called IPOB agitation. Speaking on Wednesday, the governor of Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi, declared that his state is not part of Biafra and can never be a part of Biafra. He said this while reacting to the allegation that Ebonyi people are also involved in the mayhem in Anambra State. He further explained that Ebonyi will never be part of Biafra because of the marginalization and slavery that Ebonyi people have been subjected to over the years by their southeastern brothers. That's a very strong one. Moreover, he had before now made the same declaration 2 years ago that Ebonyi can never be a part of Biafra. That's he made it 2 years ago. He still made it in recent time. That's to tell you, he doesn't even believe in this so-called Biafra agitation at all. Another governor who made the state is also in August 2020, the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, strictly warned the members of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB to keep off their activities from his state. The governor vehemently declared that his state is not part of Biafra. Hence, any IPOB member seen in his state will be arrested and sentenced to 6 months imprisonment. Now, to tell you where these guys are standing, this is actually, if they say, okay, it's dead, the south is only go. The south is, out of the south is 5. 2 now is saying they are not going. Okay, but let's find out very quickly what a Hausa, Northerner said about the Igbos. I read this article. It said my previous article titled "If There Were Biafra Generated Debate Around Biafra Disadvantages to the Igbos." I take that. The most critical observation from many prominent Igbo elites and friends claim that as much as Igbo people enjoy Nigerians' unity from both economic and political perspective, we should equally be thankful to the Southeasterners for the jobs they create for other Nigerians. In other words, the Nigerian market saturated by Igbo traders is also lucky to have the Igbo money as capital for the employment of their Nigerians, for employment of other Nigerians. Well, this claim might seem valid at face value, still it may not be entirely accurate when Igbonomics, that's a term I use here to refer to the economic strategy of the Igbo people, is subject to a critical view. In the said article, I noted that one of the weaknesses of the Southeastern economy model is that it is close to other Nigerians. The resentment the Igbo folks have against the majority of Nigerians does not allow strangers from any region of the country to freely establish or run businesses in Igbo land. That is why most Igbo billionaires today are made 100% in and by other regions of this country, but cannot the other way around. There is hardly a non-Igbo billionaire made by or in Southeast. It is also applied to other places. Now, the approach is based on three exclusionist strategy of Igbonomics. First, the market and product, and indeed the value chain must strictly remain an Igbo affair. Second, other regions' markets, their product and value chains must be proportionately shared within the Igbos. Third, to draw public attention from this ongoing reality, maintain victim card by crying louder than the bereaved and the real victims of marginalization. While the first two tenets are lawful, but greedy, the second is a clear case of hypocrisy. Here's a simple example to foreground this scenario. The Igbo form the largest group of Nigerians in the diaspora. Since Nigeria is an import economy, the Igbo people in diaspora serve as business agents for their brethren in business in Nigeria. Therefore, the import business is basically an Igbo transaction. Here in Nigeria, these goods are transported mainly to the southeastern markets such as Aba, Onitsha instead of Lagos or Port Harcourt. Most Igbo traders who are widely dispersed across the nooks and crannies of this country, but their goods mostly from Igbo distributors in the southeast. Another Igbo transaction. Up here in the north and other parts of the country, Igbo employ strictly Igbo artisans, mostly from their own villages or communities in the east, and in some cases, the so-called northern Igbos. From sales girls and boys to messenger, marketers, and suppliers, the Igbos domiciled in the north or truly in the north only truly trust their own ethnic brothers regardless of the opportunity the locals present. For instance, you find a single Igbo shop owner in the village. By the following year, he or she has brought 2 or 3 or 4 Igbo artisans, thereby growing in population, manipulating the resources and seizing the business opportunities further away from the local people. In most cases, the deal is that the separate business in the same line is established for the younger artisan, expanding further the grip of the Igbos in that line of business in the community they are domiciled. Thus, the profit gains and resources of the businesses in any of these communities become an Igbo affair entirely. Therefore, in this arrangement, the Igbo create jobs primarily for themselves, while other sections of Nigerians serve as their customers. While Igbos living in the north own properties and investments in regions, they return their proceeds and to their homelands. Thus, I can bet my last penny that Igbo land has more properties and investments both from profit and wealth acquired outside from the Igbo land than those made from the businesses run within the Igbo land. Moreover, I had said earlier that businesses domiciled in the southeast largely depend on larger Nigerian market to thrive. Therefore, it should be clear from the foregoing that Igbonomics in the north is an Igbo economic affair that largely, if not only, benefits the Igbos. Okay, it's called Onyayala one year. Now, this whole thing began during after the 1967 when things went very bad. They had to start from the scratch. Okay, the capital to start was not there, so they had to serve. But saying that the Igbos, when they secede, they will lose out. It's like you do not understand the power of human resources then. Except you don't want to be true to yourself. Even the president himself, President Muhammadu Buhari, when he went to Imo State, what did he say? He said the Igbos hold the economy of the country. It's a common knowledge that anywhere you go, if an Igbo man is not there, don't go there. The business will not strive. They are to the point that Harvard, at some point, the United States University, at some point, had to take time and study at Alaba International Market and how they are able to run billions in just that space. Look, let's leave sentiment and call a spade a spade. Igbo man is good in business. You keep saying that he did some of the things he pointed out was the fact that it's an Igbo affair. Before the Igbo man came, were there businesses there? Yes, but when it comes, it brings a dynamic touch to it. That before you know it, you will be patronizing him. It's all about service. It's all about knowing what the people want or need and meeting it. Igbo man comes in every morning, notice that people are always stranded looking for where to eat food or looking for where to buy drinks or where to buy biscuits for the day. As early as 7, 8, no shops are open. By the time he opens the shop, he will take the customers. It's normal. It has nothing to do with Igbo thing. It has to do with having foresight of meeting a need. Igbo people are good at it. Look around your environment if you live in Nigeria. Go and check those who are early risers in business. 80% of them are Igbos. They know that you catch the market early. It's something they were groomed to do. What you can do is to study them understand their dynamics and move in, but not to say that if they secede, they'll be worse off. Every market is a market. What does it take? The Americans don't need to, Chinese don't need to be in Nigeria, but we are their market. They produce goods and ship it to Nigeria because Nigeria is in their need of their goods. If Igbos should secede today, I'm not trying to say anything, they will produce goods that will cause other people to still come to Igbo land and buy them. Except you don't see, one of the greatest resource ever God has ever created is man. Man is the greatest resources. So if an Igbo man has the brain to begin to do businesses to the point that people come and look for him in the shop, please learn from him and don't begin to think it's an Igbo thing. There's something he's doing right that you are not seeing. Learn and probably learn and apply it, and you see the difference too. That should go wrap it up. Let's get to that conversation.